Hey everybody, it's Jake Brown from General RV, and I am live here with General RV's Matt Kosmowski and Mark Andress from Winnebago. The all-new 2021 Solis 59PX is offering a new twist to the van lifestyle. Let's take a look at some of the new features.
Thanks, Jake. I'm out at Haas Lake Campground with Mark Andress of Winnebago. We're in front of this Winnebago Solis 59PX. Mark, this thing's awesome. I've never seen anything like it. Let's get right to it. Tell me about it.
Hey, thanks for having me out, man. I had the luxury of driving this out, and this is gonna be a 3500 ProMaster. And the difference is that it's gonna offer a few different market things that we've done to add more length. Our traditional 59P is gonna be at about 19 foot, or this is a 21 foot van chassis. So it's gonna be a ProMaster, but I'm excited because it's got the gear hauler in the back, but I won't jump too far ahead of you. But I'm definitely excited about it. You know, 4 seat belts, and it sleeps 4 adults comfortably with a generator. So
for a B van.
For a B van.
That's unheard of.
It is, and you know, we try to do that. We try to introduce things before they happen. And you know, most clients come to us and they talk about seat belts and they talk about sleepability in a van, and there's just not much out there. You know, if you're breaking a couch down into a bed, probably not gonna sleep that good. But having a true area for 2 adults, and I've gotten up there myself, and at my weight, it's not bad. I mean, you've got plenty of space to sleep. You've got a true automotive style seat with 3-point harness for the kids. So again, introducing a van that'll sleep 4 and seat 4 safely is pretty exciting.
That's awesome. So you mentioned about 2 extra feet on it, right? So one of the big things we always hear about this is cargo. It's tough to fit cargo. What else we got for cargo? 1,800
pounds of carrying capacity. You know, and we're sitting in a van, but the biggest thing, when you move to a 3,500, you're picking up the alloy rims that are not gonna grab the noise like the steel rims. But the biggest thing about vans is, where am I gonna put everything I wanna bring, right? I mean, and most of our clients nowadays, I mean, the bicycle market, now if you own a $5,000 bike, not that big of a deal. These guys have got $8,000 to $10,000 mountain bikes, and they wanna keep them inside, and they wanna keep all their stuff with them. I've got a guy that keeps a surfboard. I mean, the market is driven on what they can take with them. So having this extra space in the rear in our 59PX model is very, very neat and also accommodating.
That's great. Not to mention you can sleep 4
comfortably. Comfortably. And like I said, that's gonna be a Murphy bed. That's gonna drop down and give you a great sleeping area with also storage underneath it. So the beauty of the Murphy bed, when I fold that up, and I've got that gear space in the back, I can still put all my gear in this RV, get where I'm going, and even if I wanted to leave it inside and I'm with my wife, I could still get up here and sleep and not expose any of my fun stuff to the elements. So again, that's the, you know, we have the bike rack out here, but again, people are not wanting to leave that stuff outside. You know, a guy that's doing whatever it is he might be doing, they want to know their stuff's secure, and they want to have the security of all that stuff being with them. You know, again, that's the biggest problem with this market, is it's fun to drive, it's easy and all that, but you can't take all your stuff with you, but this model you can.
You brought up a great point. So I'm thinking just sleeping more people. You're looking at it in both ways, sleeping more people, and I can bring my cargo, have all my stuff secured on the inside when I want to sleep, or if I'm away, and I still have room to sleep up top comfortably.
You do. And this is from Europe, you know, and I bring that up, but this material here is gonna last a long time. There's a lot of competition out here, just throwing different things up there and hoping they stick. This material is gonna last a long time, and it's not gonna be, the UV rays are not gonna eat it up. But the beauty of having this option of sleepability, you know, you can take the kids, you know, now if, you know, a couple's thinking about waiting on buying one and they've got some teenagers, they can still take them with them, that unexpected guest. But you know, we offer a lot of different products, but the versatility of this unit, what I'm seeing in a B van right now, I mean, the price point, drivability, serviceability. I mean, ProMaster doesn't look at this as an RV. They look at this as a van. So the difference in that, when I go to service and I pull up the Ram, they don't go, oh, this is an RV, we're not doing it. Service capabilities through the window, and not gonna get into a lot of cost of ownership. I mean, I've got about 18 miles to the gallon. I drive a little fast, but you're gonna push somewhere between 18 to 22 with this and be easy to maintain. Again, it's just, that's where it's at, because you get the traditional RV and you pull into a Ford or Chevy, oh, we don't do RVs, where this is very easy to accommodate. So for me, that's a big deal, because I want my clients, when they're out on the road, to have that capability to get out of a bad situation. You know, if they've got a tire issue or whatever it is, a monitoring issue or something like that. They also, on this model, we're gonna offer the fold-in mirrors. And again, this one's about 21 foot long. So people with garages like the fact that we can fold these mirrors in and get that little more space in the garage, because my client base right now is not buying this to go camping. They're buying this for a third vehicle, and they're using it in their daily lives. You know, the husband might take it to work and end up leaving and meeting the family at the campground, or they go on that overnight trip and come back and they're still rested and able to go to work the next day. So they don't need 3 or 4 days off of work or something like that to go have a good time and just get away. So the versatility in this is the big deal for me.
Great versatility, comes with the size, obviously. A lot of people are normally used to having just a couple options. Class A's, Class C's, B's are pretty new to the market, but one thing like we've talked about, B's always come with that cargo management issue too, of finding the space. We have the space in this, great space actually. So usually if we get something, we gotta take away from something else. Does it have everything else? You got a generator on this, and you have everything else that makes my camping experience comfortable?
That's the beauty. You know, in our 59P, it doesn't come with a generator. And to get the clarity in that, the 59P is a platform for that customer that wants to design their own van. The 59PX, this one, it has a generator on board, because we're adding that extra length for that air conditioning. You know, the 59P doesn't have an air conditioning because there's not enough room on it. There's some alternatives, but that's gonna be the true MDQ air. That's gonna be 9 decimals quiet than any other air conditioner out on the market. It's not ducted due to the top, but you gotta get back into the insulation and stuff like that. This thing is traditionally put on 30-foot Class A's to keep them cool. So again, with that 2,800 watt Onan quiet generator that's approved to run in national parks because it's quiet, that's gonna operate right off that 24-gallon fuel tank, shut off at a quarter a tank. So now you've got a much wider range of usability. You know, that's the difference of what my clients want. They don't want to buy something and not be able to do something. When this versatility, they can go into Canada in cold weather, they can go to Florida and sit on the beach and do whatever they want. And not to get out of it, but even our floor structures, we designed the floor to get wet. We designed this coach to use. You know, it's just a big deal for the clients to go out, you know, to go surfing all day, throw all their wet gear in there and lay down, get up, clean up, and not have to worry about, you know, buckling a floor or different things like that. So we do a lot of design in RVs for longevity, you know, just like the European style tent camper.
I've seen these before, but they always sacrifice something else, whether it be an air conditioning unit, a small air conditioning unit, a generator. You usually don't get all this in one package. You guys did it. This is everything.
Well, the biggest thing for Winnebago, in my experience, we don't sit in a room and throw darts at a board and go, oh, let's try that. Winnebago's got many years of experience with owners that own B vans. And what we do, we have that relationship through the WIT Club and all that with our customers. And our customers say, this is what you need to do. It's like the Revel. It's like anything else we've done. That comes from customer design, not Winnebago building something, throwing it in the market and hoping it works. So again, I think that's why we kind of lead that battle, is we're building it what customers want, not what we want or what we think works. Because if you're not listening to your customers in this market, you're missing the game, because your customers will keep buying continuously if you listen to them. And I think that's where we hit the mark in this, is listening to our client base out there, our dealers, and making sure that we're hitting what they need. And with automotive style seating, the air conditioner, the generator, sleeps 4, gear storage, I mean, Murphy bed, Truma combi, you know, it's got the European style portable black tank. I mean, there's so much to discuss in this unit, but we're hitting the mark, you know, and again, it's not that we get lucky, we're listening to our customers. So that, to me, is a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely, you can tell. So we have all these features and everything. Talk to me about comfort on the inside. What have you guys done structurally to make sure it's comfortable on the inside?
Well, the main thing, again, when we get into talking about upfitting van chassis, I mean, you know, everybody gets a ProMaster. It doesn't matter what manufacturer you're talking about. And what does that ProMaster or Ram authorize the manufacturer to do? We're authorized to put that extra window. We're authorized to cut that hole in the floor. We're authorized to do any kind of adapted to the roof. And again, when you do that, warranty holds true, but we're also doing different things like CNC routed foam insulation. We're not doing bat and hung or you know, a styrofoam insulation. That's a CNC routed foam insulation that you get in your automobile. So cooling or keeping it warm. I mean, we're putting the mosquito nets. I mean, you got the nice magnet strip's gonna pop open. You can take a shower out back if you want. You can use the closet or our bathroom, and you saw that. But the main thing is putting quality materials into our units. We don't necessarily try to reach a price point with our product. We're trying to build a good product and put quality products in it. And our units are a little more expensive than other guys, but there's reason for that. With the Truma combi and different things of that nature, we're not just grabbing a small system and throwing it in there hoping it works. We're doing the research and putting top dollar stuff in here that works. I mean, you got the solar charger, you're already gonna have solar prep, solar panel on top. So the beauty I like about this, that first time buyer can come out, they're not missing anything. There's no options. So the guy that might not know everything can come out to General, make a decision and not go down the road in 4 months and go, well, I didn't know I couldn't get that. Well, I didn't know it didn't have this. So again, for me, that's a big deal in this market right now, is giving that first time buyer the security to go out and make the plunge. But you know, again, the facility with the van, we're lifting these up 2 or 3 times. Again, we've got a staff and a crew up in Forest City that's dedicated to quality. I mean, we build only vans in that facility. Our workers have been employed 20 to 30 years. And I think that's what separates Winnebago from other manufacturers, where they're not skipping ships to go build other manufacturers. We're located in Iowa, and we've got long-term commitment from employees that are doing a good job. Just, again, that's what turns out quality. I mean, you can put the finest components in an RV, but if that installer doesn't care, then it doesn't transfer into the product and down the line for the customer.
Awesome. One thing I heard you say is you talked about a mosquito net too, as we were getting bit by mosquitoes. Yeah. So one big thing on these is obviously it's apparent that we like to have as much of the camping experience all around us. Mosquito nets are part of it. You got them in the front, you got them in the back. These windows open up on top, so we get all the surrounding features of everything we love about camping still with keeping these doors open, enjoying the outside. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, what I like about it is if you got the kids, they can stay sleeping up there. And like for me, I'm an early riser. You know, if I slept down, I can get out and do my thing. But again, this is only a 21-foot unit that does a lot of different options. You know, if you're working from out of this, you know, I've got a lot of clients that are out working and they use these things as their job sites. So the creature comforts are nice. And the storage of anything in the back, what we're doing. We've got extra storage in the rear doors to keep your components in and stuff like that. But I think we've hit the nail on the head and we're doing the right stuff in our units. I mean, just, you know, putting automotive grade seats in for safety. There's a lot of good things that we do that, you know, people miss. You know, we got the new cabinets that swing up that the magnets hold it up. So literally when I'm loading this thing up, all my cabinets are open. So we're thinking about the little things and we're getting that again from our customers. But the usability of this unit, 21-gallon fresh water tank, and that's gonna have a recycle system. So with the Truma combi, that'll heat it up. Well, it's gonna save the water until the water comes out hot of the faucet. So again, little things like that, because how much water, when you think about that, you turn on the water, wait for it to get hot, you waste a lot of it. So again, we've done a lot of research and study on this, and again, with a 24-gallon tank full of fuel and 21 gallons of water, I mean, you can always add water to the system. I mean, you're gonna be able to stay off the grid, you know, at least 7 to 8, 9 days on this unit, because I mean, running a generator, you gotta remember, it's still 12 volts, still got, you know, components that we can run. I mean, really the generator, air conditioner, stuff like that, but we don't have to always run that generator. So I guess it's just putting the right components to get through it.
Mark, it seems like you guys really hit the mark with the Solis. I don't think I would put anything else in it, to be honest with you. I got cargo, I got sleeping space, I got a generator, I got a little bit longer wheelbase to it. Drivability is very easy. I think you guys hit the nail on the head on this one. So I appreciate you bringing it out in the rain, and thanks again.
No, I'm excited about it. You know, and another thing is, this is my demo. I'm gonna use it and make sure the components are working. You know, they send us out and put us in the field where we're touching and feeling this to make sure everything's right for our customers. And from my point of view, I mean, driving this thing over here, I don't have any complaints, but again, thanks for having me out. It's been fun being out here.
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming out. Jake, back to you.
Well, that's a wrap. Thanks, Matt and Mark, for your expertise. Want to learn more about the Winnebago Solis 59PX and over 6,000 RVs, motorhomes, travel trailers, and fifth wheels? Please visit our virtual showroom at generalrv.com/virtual showroom.